Eddie Merge Media Creators Co-op, ladies and gentlemen. COVID-free. Finally.
Oh, finally.
Dude.
Hopefully it ran its course.
You know,
We're done with it.
It caught up to me because we were messing with Meranto a couple weeks ago saying how he was late to the party now.
Yeah,
Came back and bit
karma
me in the
is
ass.
a bitch.
Yeah. So we were on IG Live last week, and you heard it in my voice. It didn't go so well, but we're back in the saddle here. I am joined by Brennan here.
We back.
We are back. And then finally back in the building is Meranto, the man in charge here.
I'm back.
There he is.
Back for my European tour.
The little European tour overseas there.
Yeah.
How was that?
It was amazing. It really, I mean, you can go a lot of cool places, but we went to Iceland, which is just amazing.
Yeah.
The restaurants, and then we took some day trips up into the, like, where the glaciers and the all the stuff is, and it's just freaking, like, it's all kinds of stuff, like waterfalls and like a seal beach and black sand. They have like a black sand beach. It's just like
a whole different world.
It is like, you can see why they film so many like sci-fi movies there, and like why they film like Game of Thrones there.
Yeah.
So we actually found like some real cool sites from specific things that from Game of Thrones that were and it's funny, like the one, it looks like in the middle of nowhere in the show, and they're literally next to a parking lot. It's like literally we're standing in the parking lot, and you walk about 25 feet, and then you were literally, you take your phone, and you could see the scene from the show.
You're on set.
And you're like, wow, this is the exact same angle, like, of that thing. And literally that's why they do it, because then they can bring all the production trailers in and park them in the parking lot, you know. And then there's another one, there's a Vale or something, I think the scene was, and there's like a canyon, and all they did is CGI in like a castle door. And but you could see where everybody was. It's really cool. It's like, and then we went to London. We went to a soccer game in Chelsea, Tottenham.
Okay, see some footy.
Yeah, that was
real football.
I mean, it's American soccer is. I like American soccer. But European soccer is, like football, to like our football. Like, I think it's the one everybody's super passionate about.
Yeah.
But it also harkens back, in my mind, to like baseball of like the 20s and 30s, where the stadium was literally in the neighborhood. Most of your stadiums are literally in neighborhoods. Like Chelsea's like in a neighborhood. Like Stamford Bridge, the bridge, is literally not. It's not out in the suburbs. It's literally right there in a neighborhood, and there's like apartments next door. And people have been Chelsea fans for like multiple generations because it's their neighborhood. So in London right now, there's like 5 teams in the Premier League that are all in London. Tottenham, Arsenal, obviously Chelsea. I mean, like it's, and London's a huge city, but you got 5 professional teams all in the same league.
All in one, yeah.
All in the same league, all from the same city. So the derby. So we were there for Derby versus Tottenham. And it was the first time my son had been to a Chelsea game, and he's been a Chelsea fan for like 10 years. So the dream. I mean, you imagine if you were
off the bucket list.
Yeah, imagine if you were. I mean, what your favorite teams? Colts. And if you've been to a Colts game, right?
Yeah, my first time last season.
That first time you walk, and how long you been a Colts fan?
Damn near all my life.
So when you walked in, it was emotional,
point,
right?
Yeah.
It brought a tear to
100%.
our eye. Like, oh my God, we're here. Like, and it's the bridge. Like, and it's the first day with the new owner, and it was the first home game of the season, and it was against a rival, and it was just a really, it was a 2-2 game. It was real super controversial. The coaches got into a fight after the game. It was like there's a lot of, and it was a good back and forth. It was a really, really good game. So I mean, we could, if you're a soccer fan, it was a great game to be at too. It's a game that'll go down in history, and you got to be there. So it was cool.
Yeah, you can go back and say that you went there, and especially check it off. Who was it, Christian or
Zach's the Chelsea fan?
Check it off his bucket list.
Yeah. So now we got to get up to Manchester for a Manchester City game, but
that's down the road.
That's down the road.
It's on the list.
You know what? Maybe not soon because we came in plenty technical difficulties.
Yep.
You're not allowed to leave again.
I don't know. I don't think I'm invited on the next trip. I think they're going without me on the next one. They were talking about going.
No.
I was like, they don't need to travel with their old man again. But that's, can I come too? Watch the game?
Yeah, seriously.
I'll stay in a different. And then we went to Lyon too, which was pretty awesome.
Yeah.
So, but I met Tyson Fury, so that was pretty freaking cool.
I was about to ask you that.
I
We
know.
were talking about it. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll tell you real quick. Like we went to, if people want anybody watch out there, watches Game of Thrones. There was the guy, The Mountain, who is a bodybuilder they call him Thor. I can't pronounce his real name, but because
Just Thor.
it's just everybody knows him as
I
Thor.
wouldn't even try it.
He's a monster, and actually he just boxed recently. He boxed who did he friggin' box just recently?
Like tell you, our fighter guy ain't here, man.
He slimmed down from weightlifting, like to get in shape to box. He literally went like the body transformation of this guy's been amazing. Now he's doing a lot of movies and stuff, like he's an action hero. Like he's not a hero; he's always the bad guy now.
Yeah.
But anyway, so he's done some boxing. Obviously, Tyson Fury, who retired the day that he actually was vacation. He went to Reykjavik in Iceland, and but he's been going back and forth on Twitter that he wants to do a celebrity boxing match with Thor.
Calling him out.
Like we were at a restaurant in Reykjavik having breakfast. And Zach saw on Twitter that he was landed in Reykjavik, the airport, which is about 40 minutes away from Reykjavik, and we were like, we're going. So we we jumped in the car. We just left. We like, let's go. Like, and we went there and we pulled up in the parking lot, and he was in there with his little camera crew, and he was doing his Twitter TikToky stuff. Like, come on, where's the fight? Let's go, man. Where are you? Why aren't you here? Like, we'll fight in the parking lot.
Promotion.
Yeah, doing his promotion, and he had a whole crew with him, and they were super nice. And we let him do the thing, and then at the end, Zach went up to him, and my son Christian, and we were like, hey, can we get a picture? So he's sure, guys. Like he was super nice dude.
Yeah.
Even after he was done with the the video stuff, he went around and he thanked all the workers and. Smiled.
Humble dude.
He's a good dude. Like like he's an inspirational kind of dude. Like if I've been a little bit of reading about Tyson lately, and guy's had a pretty interesting life.
He's been through it.
He had a few interviews on the Pat McAfee show.
Okay.
And this dude he's one of one for sure.
Yeah.
He's one of one.
Yeah.
And he's potential WWE career next that I've been seeing. So
he's got the personality for it. Like
100%.
I think you've got to have that.
Just over the top.
Yeah, you can't be like a subdued dude. You can't be like Tom Brady. Not that he wouldn't WWE, like that type of, but he's not outgoing. Like you got to have that personality, whether love him or hate him, or he's got to be bigger than life. And Tom Brady's not really bigger but Tyson's bigger than life, like literally and figuratively. Like when he used to put his arms around the boys, and his hands were like,
where the hell my sons go, man?
Not that my kids are big or anything. My one son's 6 foot, but he had a foot on my other son. Like he was like, what is he, 6'7"? I think he's 12. And his hands were like it was like he was wearing baseball mitts. Like he was like just. Christian said he's like I thought he put a pound like a bag of flour on my shoulder. Like it was so heavy. Like but he was super nice dude. And that was when are you gonna have that happen in your life? And it was just an accident. It wasn't like we went to a convention and you paid the extra money to get the signature. So that was fun.
And that's what makes it so cool. Like that's something you don't plan and it just happens naturally and organically.
Yeah. And it was just one of those. I mean like. And it was all because my buddy said, "Hey, can you go by the store and get us a T-shirt?" Because he's a weightlifter. So I'm like, "Sure." And so we were planning.
Shout out him.
Yeah, no, Chris White, man. Thank you.
Shout out Chris.
Yeah, so Chris gave him the shirts today. He came to my dad's golf tournament, so that was kind of fun. So yeah, great trip. I mean, Lyon in France. Like, I'd almost recommend going to Lyon over some other places because it's small, it's walkable. They have like Roman ruins there and stuff. Like, like amphitheaters and stuff. Like, it's just. And then one amphitheater is really cool. Like they have it set up for outdoor concerts. Mm-hmm. So it's the original thing that's probably 2,000 years old, but they've put in like steel stages and you can see all the electrical run. So if they want to do a concert, they just bring in the mics and the audio and put a stage up. But you're sitting in a 2,000-year-old amphitheater, like in the middle of.
Yeah, not too many people can say that either.
It's a really cool. Like everywhere we went, it was a really cool. It was expensive. I'm glad we spent the money though because haven't really done a vacation in about 3 years anyway. Because of COVID and shit. So this was a well earned. We went to a bunch of stadiums. We went to Wembley.
What?
We walked over to see Wembley. It was pretty cool. We went to see Paris' stadium where like Paris Saint-Germain, like where Lionel Messi plays and stuff like that. Obviously there wasn't a game, but we went and saw this. It's cool, like stadium tours. We didn't get to do a lot of the tours, but we walk by the stadium, check out the store.
On it,
yeah, it's kind of cool stuff, and you get a little souvenir or whatever.
So you've been there?
Yeah, we're not. So
and
appreciate it.
On your little retirement tour.
Yeah, I mean, it was like. We all kind of felt like we deserved like a cool trip and
100%.
Fun to do. And the biggest shout out will be to my wife because she let me go. Well, she
Yes,
could have
we're
said,
Star
"You're
Trek
not
there.
going. You're not going away for 11 days. Who's gonna, no." She from the very beginning. I shot out to her. I've been married for 27 years, and I've got, she's all the crazy shit I've done in my life. She's always said, "Go do it, whatever."
do it.
She's
Yeah,
always,
live it
I won the lottery in terms of finding someone that lets me do and live the life, and and said, "Go, take your sons, go do that. I'll stay and watch the dog." And that was kind of someone had to stay with the dog. So
Shout out.
she's getting her trip, and she'll get her trip in the spring.
Oh,
so
it's coming. It's coming.
She gets her trip in the spring.
Shout out Mrs. Moran.
Mr. Meranto's, she's awesome. So take care of your wives.
Take care of
And
me.
they'll take
Hey,
care of you.
I'm taking notes here. My time's coming up soon.
Yeah, you know.
So, with that being
Yeah,
said,
I'll shut up now. You guys can
Yeah.
talk your stuff.
we're glad you're back, man.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thanks
Thank
for,
you.
Yeah, shout out to Tyler White, who did a nice job while we was
Shout
gone.
out to Tyler.
He started St. Bonaventure. He's going
All
to be a D1 a rugby player for Bonaventure, and who won the national
Yeah.
championship. He's,
Yeah, I'll tell you what, he's a big kid.
he's a big dude.
Yeah.
He came in walking. I'm like, yo. So he wasn't lying.
No.
Yeah, his dad's the one who bodybuilds that,
Oh, okay.
So he got a shirt.
Makes
too.
sense.
I got him a
Okay.
shirt too, but yeah, no. good
Everybody
luck
gets
to-
shirts.
Everybody got shirts, so Sorry. All right,
So
go ahead, guys. Sorry.
we don't be sorry, man. I mean, Meranto's
This is your
back. You
place.
gotta have him on the show, man. So we're missing Dylan here today. He's got family duties. Shout out Dylan.
Shout out Dylan.
Got what you got to do. Big news coming soon, but I'll leave that up to him. You know what I mean? It's a big week, man. He's got that going on. Semester just started again today. I'll tell you what, it's gonna be a fucking busy one. I'll say that. It's gonna be a fucking busy one.
Hey, we're here for it.
For me, I got a big interview this week too.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna jinx it.
No.
Okay, we'll wait till Wednesday. If something happens, you'll know next Monday.
Mm-hmm.
Closing in on a house this week.
All right, there we go.
It's a big fucking week, man. Big fucking week in our personal lives and also in sports. So it's a sports show. Let's get into it. Let's talk about sports. Hey, and by the way, this is our 20th episode. Can you fucking
Shout
believe
out
it?
20.
We didn't get canceled yet. Shout out us.
Shout out. Hey.
We stink, but not as much as we think we do. So here we go. Let's get into it. There was a big week of football, big news. But before we get into football, let's touch on some other sports.
Sports.
Yeah, there's some news going around. Dylan's not here. So I was hoping he'd be here to talk about this. We'll get back to it when he comes back in on Monday, or unless we do like another Instagram live or something.
Play it by ear.
That crazy Leon knockout against Usman, man, I did not see that one coming.
That was nuts.
Dylan texted me the night before. He said, "Listen, do not sleep on Leon." And I sent him.
Usman was sleeping.
I sent him a gif of I don't know, somebody sleeping, just to be cocky, So I thought Usman had it.
Yeah.
I thought he was supposed to be this.
He was for a while.
He was. I didn't think it was gonna stop anytime soon. This little run, he was gone. And that's UFC chatter.
All right. There it is for
I
the
can't
week.
really touch too much on it because I'm a casual fan.
Yeah, same out. Sorry about it, Dylan.
Dylan's our fighting guy, so I mean, that was Dill's fighting words for this episode. We'll be back stronger next episode when he comes
Hopefully.
in. So that's UFC. Our guy Sham Sharania broke some news.
What?
The other day. There's an update on the Kevin Durant trade.
Who?
Yeah, so
KD?
I guess the Memphis Grizzlies got 5 future draft picks they want to offer up for old KD and maybe some few players as well. So I mean,
What players though? Just
they
depth players?
ain't announced that. But I'm just assuming because
Because their starting 5 is solid.
yeah,
But if you had a KD in there,
that's
yikes.
trouble. That's trouble. I mean, you got the Grizzlies, and I also seen that Shams reported that the Milwaukee Bucks and Denver Nuggets have also shown interest, and that might change some things.
I don't think he'll make it to the Bucks though. That'd be wild.
What are they gonna give up, man?
I don't know.
I mean, it's guaranteed.
Middleton probably. There's no way. They keep them, all 3 of them.
We've seen these past couple years. There's been crazier trades that have happened in the NBA.
But also with like 3 stars, KD was part of that last year. So like,
I feel like
I don't think he wants to be part of that again.
I feel like the hype to that is a different level. I mean, obviously it's Giannis,
yeah.
but I don't think you put Middleton on that same level as Kyrie and James Harden.
Yeah, but he's still.
He's still a guy, sure.
Team. Yeah.
But it's still dangerous. I mean, even without KD, I still think even with Middleton in last year, Milwaukee should have won the finals or should have been to the finals at least.
What a wild season. Next
Potentially,
good too.
yeah, potentially another crazy season coming up. I mean, even the Denver Nuggets, dude. They got the back-to-back MVP on their team. A lot of people forget about that.
Yeah.
It's not spoken as much as it should be. So the Nuggets, they might be up to something. So that's basketball. That's all I got for basketball. I mean,
that's it.
Oh, man, we got to mention. The only cool thing about baseball going on is Timmy Trumpet's taking over, and the Yankees still fucking stink since the last time we talked about him.
Yeah,
so.
well, how many games that guy's won since he got that
Diaz?
song? Yeah.
I guess he's had it the whole season, but everyone's just catching on to it now. Yeah, just picking up steam.
Good for him.
Shout out Timmy Trumpets, man. Hey,
Once you get a theme song, goes up from there.
And I was iffy about it at first. I'm like, Timmy Trumpets, I don't know. But it's different when you see the video of him coming out to it.
Yeah. It completes it all.
Electric, dude. Probably one of the coolest things going on in sports right now. I have to admit to it.
I couldn't remember the last time reliever got a song besides Mo. And that's a long time ago.
He's got a lot to prove.
I mean, not comparing. Not comparing.
Some people have.
I'm just saying.
Some people have.
I don't know if we can do that yet.
He's got 16 years to do so.
A long time.
Hopefully we don't get copyrighted for that. But that's baseball, folks. Fucking stinks still. I mean, we probably won't talk about it till when's the World Series? October?
Probably.
Yeah, that's the next time we hear about it from us. But circling back to football.
We're back to it.
We claim that that's the sport we know best. But
also,
according
speaking of football,
go ahead.
we didn't plan this. We didn't. Not at all.
Division rivals.
Then not plan
Listen,
it
so
at all.
Let me explain my half of the bargain here, okay?
All
The
right.
reason why I'm wearing this jersey here,
Biting the kneecaps off, huh?
the Lions are a trending team right now with Hard Knocks going, and I have to say, probably the best Hard Knocks up to date.
Really?
If you haven't seen it yet,
I haven't been watching the Hard Knocks.
And even if you're not a football fan, if you want some entertainment, go tune in.
Watch it.
Go tune in to Hard Knocks, man, because the Lions, their coaching staff, for those that don't know, their coaching staff is filled with
It's insane, actually.
ex-players. So it just brings a whole different aspect to the team. But anyway, full entertainment. So the Lions are a trending topic right now in the NFL in terms of entertainment standpoints. But they might have something cooking down there.
Maybe.
But now with
Jared Goff could pull it off, maybe.
we'll see. Okay, we'll
Got
see.
to the Super Bowl.
Will he get
I
there
don't know
again?
if it was because of him, but, you know.
Will he get there again? Probably not.
Hey, you never know.
Back to what I was saying. Since the Lions are a trending topic right now, we have to revisit a certain situation, okay?
In situations.
They are situational.
Damn right.
But there's been a curse, man. Has been overshadowing the Lions since
Forever.
a couple years now. Well, forever.
Forever.
But
Long time.
since the last time the team's been somewhat relevant with Stafford and Megatron on the team. That being said, please just give Megatron his money, man. What are we doing?
He deserves it.
Once you give him the money, listen, hey, what's her name? Sheila Ford, the owner?
Sure.
Sheila Ford. You've owned this team for a long time now. If you want some success, just pay the man his money. He ain't really begging for it or nothing. He's cool with it. He's got his cannabis company now. He's growing and all whatnot. He's chilling.
Hall of Famer.
Hall of Famer.
Show him some respect. Just pay him his money.
Not fucking paid like it, though.
No, not at all.
People forget how good he was.
He was insane. Generational
I
talent.
feel like... Cause how old has he got to be now? Like 30-something? mid-30s.
Probably late 30s.
And he retired at what, 20-something? This dude,
In his prime, that's all I know.
like, even if, because I mean, the Lions are the Lions, right? We know that.
They're always going to screw something up.
But if he was able to go to a different team, like, let's just say New England or something,
Almost any other team. Maybe besides the Browns.
dude, just pay him his money. That's all I got to say. But you brought it up. I feel like the Browns are the team we talk about the most.
Because they stink. They're called the Browns.
I had promised last episode we wouldn't talk about this this topic until a decision was made. And while we were gone, a decision was made.
Damn
11
it.
games, $5 million, please. It's chump change to you. That's the decision. So, I mean, we seen that Goodell wanted the full season. Obviously, the Sean Camp did not. The NFLPA didn't even want that.
Damn
So they met in the middle of 11 games and a fine.
Still deserves more. That damn bastard.
But here's my thing, okay? So you got him going out at these press conferences talking to everybody, right?
Yep.
He's apologizing, whatever. His statement that he's on microphone, right, saying is almost completely different from the statement that the Browns are putting out, speaking on his behalf.
Maybe they're just not talking. That'd be something.
They gotta be talking, dude.
What if?
Listen, no, listen. So one of the stipulations is that because they spoke about this, it's come out right when the trade was about to happen that they agreed, like, yo, listen,
You gotta cut the shit.
in-house massages only. All right, we're gonna tell you who it's from. Okay, you're gonna, whether you like it or not, this person's gonna give you this damn massage. All right.
Sorry for them.
Yeah. So they knew what was coming. I don't know. This is such a. I guess you say unique. I don't know. I can't think of any word to put it. This is okay. No, let me take that back. I'll say the weirdest situation ever. Right? We've never seen nothing like this, and of course it's got to happen right when they just got this new CBA deal.
Yeah.
Of course, this is the first major one, and people are forgetting about this Kamara case that happened. I mean, we spoke.
That got swept under the rug, I think.
We kind of spoke about it a few episodes or like whatever in the past. It's going to be revisited next year because of all this shit going on. So Kamara's going to be able to play this season.
And that's going to help the Saints out tremendously. That's their
Yes, but like, honorable Judge Sue L. Robinson is going to be taking that case on too. She's going to be taking on all of them, unless there's going to be another situation where Goodell calls another person to come look at this shit.
Probably not.
There's a proper.
That's his go-to.
There's a proper term for coming to look at this shit than what I just said. But welcome to the program. This ain't so proper now.
Never was.
No, that's how it's advertised.
Maybe a little bit, but
No, probably
we
not.
We
try our best.
Hey, so why do you think it was only 11 games? Because they wanted them to play the Texans.
Some people are saying it too.
I'm sorry, I don't trust the NFL at all. Like I like football, but I don't trust the NFL at all. I'm sorry. I think they wanted to have them play the Texans.
Yeah,
and
it's
it's
always
it's a
story.
2/3 of the season, and it's kind of like a two-thirds with 11 games. But let's be honest, they wanted them to play the Texans.
Yeah.
They want the visual of him. And it's almost like an extra punishment, right? Because he's going to go in and they're going to beat the shit out of him. It's going to be ugly, right? Like, it's going to be awful.
Yeah, because even before the first sentence or whatever, he was supposed to come back against the Ravens, who was a division rival.
Right.
Plus, it was their Super Bowl reunion or whatever.
Oh, right.
And that place was going to get rowdy. But, yeah, like you said, coming back to Houston, it's going to be – they're in it for the story.
I think they are.
You know?
Have to be.
Don't you feel like every year the NFL kind of decides what they want their narrative, their story to be?
Yes.
Oh, 100%. I mean, and we'll get back to that too, because there is another topic with Baker Mayfield and Carolina, but we'll get to that later down the road. But like, yeah, they're all about their stories. And imagine, so let's say we get to the point where the Browns are actually they're pretty good, okay? Like at this point in the
And they
season,
should be better, yeah.
yeah. But like, so the Browns are having a good season. Let's just say they're up in the race for the division. I doubt it, but the Houston Texans, what if they're playing okay ball? I doubt it at that point. But
Probably not.
what if this shit goes to primetime NBC? Like, come on.
No.
That'll give it out right there. So, yeah,
They're going to get their money somehow, some way.
And it's like at the same time, they're trying to reach out to, like, they're trying to get more female audience involved in this, too. And
Yeah.
I don't think that's a good way of going about it.
Nope. Not at all. Not even close.
And some of the Browns fans, I mean, Cleveland's, we know Cleveland, you know.
You saw that photo, didn't you?
Yeah, so there's a
Yeah.
picture. I don't know if Meranto's seen it or some of our viewers haven't seen it yet. There's a dad with his son. The dad's wearing a Watson jersey. The dad's sign says, "Fuck them hoes," and then the kid has a sign that says, "Free Watson." And the caption on Twitter was like, "Oh, this kid's getting really brought up parenting well, isn't he?" That's something, man.
Yeah.
That's awful. That's just so bad. And it's like you brought it up before, and I don't like the whole this, you know, like the NFL, like you're trying to like make it, you know, the way they're trying to promote the game to women.
Yeah.
It's almost like, I don't know. It's almost like it's really old in the way they want to do it too.
Right.
Like,
I think
you know,
they're probably partially doing it because they have to at this point, right?
but they're bad at it.
Yeah.
Like they're not.
They're no good.
Like, well, and then all of a sudden the money, the funding, like for girls flag football, like that's
Yes,
a big
and I was
thing.
gonna get to that because when we were at the preseason Bills game this past weekend, their halftime show was high school girls flag football, which by the way,
First in history.
they said that, and plus, by the way, was slightly more entertaining
Electric.
than the actual Bills
No,
game.
that's good to hear. I mean, I'm happy for the girls that are getting the opportunity to play football. Like,
yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
but it's kind of it's annoying to me as a former coach because they didn't put the season during football season. Girls flag football is a spring sport.
Oh, is it? I didn't know that.
So in New York State, it's a spring sport. So as a track coach, and if I was, you know, we lost 3 or 4 girls that would have made me more competitive on the girls' side because they want to go flag football. My thing is, no, you should put it up against, because every other season, well, not swimming, but all the other sports, boys basketball is
up.
the
Yeah.
same time as girls basketball.
Yeah,
You know,
that's a good point.
softball and baseball are at the same time. And the volleyballs are at the same time. But why isn't, well, because we don't want to give up turf, because what are they going to have to do? The boys' football team would have to get out of the
Gotta
way
split it.
so the girls could come play their flag football. And the
Yeah.
attitude towards it is, well, yeah, we want you to watch football, but we don't want you in the
we don't want
way
you
of
to-
football.
yeah.
And to me, like, that just stinks of like hypocrisy. Like, I don't know. That's why, like,
And I
you
feel
know.
like at some point that'll switch. Hopefully we get to that point, but
you know, like,
this
I've
ain't the
watched-
way to do
if
it.
you watch some high school football, right? There's some really good athletic girls that could probably be as good as half the boys.
Oh,
on
100%.
some-
Yeah.
And, you know,
100%.
no offense to the team of the school that I used to work at. Our team was not very good.
Oh,
And-
man.
and I'm throwing
He
it
went
out there. I gotta say it, and they can't cancel me because I
Damn.
don't work here no more.
Sorry about it. You stink.
Well, like I got statistics to back me up on this, but I mean, but there's a couple good girls
Oh,
that could have
no.
played. There's some girls over the years that could have been on that team.
I
That could have been. You know, I mean, they're not gonna be they're not gonna be linemen or anything like that, but they could play
Something.
cornerback or
Yeah.
like they could.
There's a few of them in the. I mean, I've seen across like Twitter now, kickers.
Yeah.
You know.
You know, give them a shot. You know, give them a shot in
not?
wrestling. We give them a shot in wrestling because we don't have New York State. We don't have like a separate girls wrestling program. If a girl wants to
Right.
wrestle, she wrestles with the boys, and if she can go out and do it, and sometimes they can.
Yeah.
You know, so go for it. You know,
But that's
bad optics for the NFL. I'm sorry.
That's the
You know, I got strong opinions on that Deshaun Watson thing. I'm sorry.
Well, you text me right away. You
It's
said,
like, I thought about you right. Well, you got a topic for your next podcast because I know you don't. You're kind. I think is who's supporting the dude? Is there anybody that besides the people that kind of have to because the union kind of has to?
There's probably
Besides that jerk and his son in Cleveland.
There's probably a decent size.
well, I've talked
which
to
is crazy.
I've talked to a few guys that I know, and like, they're not sticking up for him, but they're trying to like, I don't know, give his like.
Give him the benefit of the doubt.
Somewhat, but
Day in court or whatever, you know, like is that what you mean?
Yeah,
innocent until proven guilty.
Right. Which I mean, I sort of understand it, but there's so many like.
There's just so many cases.
And they made the points too, where it's like, we know girls, like females that would go try to chase that.
Right.
But that's obviously not everybody.
There's like 50 of those.
Yeah,
Like,
the number.
There's no way.
It's just too many.
Yeah.
And too many of them were employees of organizations. They weren't all just random people at like private facilities. They had like a private business. Like some of them were, you know, for organizations like professional sports organizations. You know, like
It's insane.
You know, I don't know. You know, I would love to know who was the person that was doing the massages at the Browns. Did they? I hope
Did
it's
they
like
agree
this.
to
Like,
this?
I hope there's like it's like a 6'7" dude. Like,
Very
I was
well
like,
could be.
no, I don't think I want a massage anymore.
But it's like, what if
You know,
what if it's a female like masseuse? You know,
and
like
I think
how
it'd
does
be
she gotta
very
feel?
unfair for that female. She's got to feel like it's got to feel very awkward.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But, and then like I've listened to like a few athletes, like former NFL players and current NFL players speak on this. It's like massages are very it's important, you know. They have their own team, most of them and whatnot, but they normally keep the same people with them.
Right.
They don't keep switching up, you know. And the facilities do have their trainers and whatnot, but it's like, why do you need why do you need to switch that many, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
But we're done with that until week 11. Okay,
Yep.
saying it right now.
Please.
So if the Cleveland Browns play good with like Jacoby Brissett, that's going to be another interesting topic. Like, what do you do at that point? Like, let's say the Browns are fucking, I don't know,
Just
not 10-0, but yeah,
just a positive record.
above 500.
Yeah.
And they look real good. The money says you have to fucking play them.
Yeah. Would you mess up the season chemistry just to get your guy in there?
Right. I mean, we'll fucking see. Last note I completely skipped over. Jimmy Haslam, the owner, he goes, we'll end on this note. He says, well, let's not forget, he's 26 years old. He's a good quarterback. We'll end with that. We'll end with that.
That cover-up's crazy, though.
Yeah, but speaking of cover-up, I guess, Dana White and the Raiders been covering this story up for a little bit. So during UFC, they had like a simulcast with like the Gronkowskis, right?
Mm-hmm.
Rob and all them boys, whatever. And the conversation came up. Dana White shared a pretty crazy story that that he had a deal lined up when Brady was a free agent to come to the Vegas Raiders.
What?
With Gronk.
What?
But Gruden blew it up.
God damn it.
John Gruden blew it up. He said, I don't want these fucking old hacks. What are they going to do for my team? We got a young quarterback in the building.
Super Bowl.
His damn name is Derek Carr. We don't want a Super Bowl. Who the fuck wants that? That's basically what he said.
Well, I mean, Derek Carr got him Devontae Adams, so.
Yeah,
that's a topic.
Dude.
I know. Because it would have been a completely different team if Brady was there, because he would have got other people.
But let's think, though. Who was on that team? Like, let's compare the Vegas Raiders roster to the Buccaneers roster at that time. I can't remember. I mean, obviously, you got Bro, imagine Waller and Gronkowski lined up. It would have been fucking
nuts.
Do I got to say it? it would have been Hernandez Gronkowski
Holy
part
shit.
2. Probably even better.
Probably.
But yeah, Max Crosby was still coming up. They still would have had a decent team. I mean, we've seen when Brady got brought into Tampa, he changed
Like
the
I
whole,
said, it just brought
whole
people
culture.
because he's Tom Brady.
Not even just the culture, the whole city.
Yeah.
Flipped it upside, brought him to the promised land.
Maybe not the whole city.
Well, lightning round around.
Yeah.
Lightning round. You were there to experience it, so you
Yeah,
know better than me.
It was busy. It was busy.
That's all he's got to say about that. A lot of blue and white.
Yeah.
Thunderbolts
Whole downtown.
flashing around down there.
Yeah. More of a hockey city, surprisingly.
I think we talked about that a little bit too when
Probably.
the Stanley Cup was going on. But anyways, let's backtrack
Bring it
because
back.
yeah, Dana White had this shit lined up. Brady was looking into housings, was gonna get the family over there,
Bring them all in.
and so now that brings us back to and obviously Gronk was on the broadcast, so he was right there. He confirmed it. He's like, oh shit, he's telling this story.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, he basically that was the story.
Mhm.
So that brings us back to the barbershop interview when Brady was actually talking about that situation. He didn't name the teams, but he said, yeah, so this team was interested in me, this and that. We basically had a deal done, but it didn't go well, blew up. And he was like, I'm thinking to myself, you're going to choose that fucking guy over me? And brought that motivation over to Tampa.
And they thought it was going to be Miami with Fitzpatrick talking about that, which that's a whole different story.
What do you mean by it?
Because during that time, they were talking about how he said that. Then, like, oh, they were talking about Miami.
Oh, yeah. I mean, very well could have been. Very well could have been. Or it could have been
like
a lot of
5 other teams.
No, when that video first started to trend during the time, a lot of people thought it was the Niners because he was linked to the Niners too.
So many teams.
And some people were thinking he was talking about Garoppolo. Which it could have gone either way, but now that this story has come out, it lines up, man.
It does. It super does. Derek Carr is not a bad quarterback.
No, he's good.
Top-
He's solid.
Top tier? Like, top 3-5? No. Top 10? Maybe.
I don't know. We'll have to revisit that. We'll have to get Dylan.
We'll have to see this season. Because last season,
He's got his guys now.
Last season, during the first 5 weeks, he was a guy. He was a guy.
Yeah, I mean,
And then that blew up because the Raiders blew up. But that's besides the point.
they did. But even you could even go back to, I guess there was an interview with Gruden himself. I don't know if you remember, but he was sticking up for Carr because
Yeah.
there was a lot of reports that them two didn't get along so well. And he says, listen, we're sticking with Carr. This is our guy. He's got probably one of the most upside out there compared to everyone in the market. He's young. He's the future here. The stats prove it. The analytics prove it. And he just kept going on and
Well,
on.
I think he's the leader for that team, though.
100%.
Like, he's their guy.
And he kind of fits along with their whole culture, even with the fans and everything.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
he fits the leadership role for that team.
You know what? He
So,
fits the mold.
Yeah.
Fits the Raider mold.
It's kind of hard to get rid of him
I don't know,
if
but
he is, you know?
that. Imagine how. Do you think Brady and Gronk would have got them a Super Bowl? I don't know. I don't know about that.
I think they would have made space for other people to come in like they did in Tampa.
Probably, but I mean, Tampa didn't bring in that many other people. They had that young core with them there.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie to you. Their receiving core was kind of crazy before.
That's what I'm
They
saying.
even
And
got
I mean, you compare that to who? Zay Jones and Renfro, and who else was there?
I forgot his first name, but Edwards, he started to do
Oh,
things.
Braylon or something.
I don't think it might be.
BGB. Shout out Braylon Edwards.
Shout out. I forgot what team he went to.
Well, this is the show, man.
We stink. I get it. Hopefully they get it.
Well, the Panthers think that Darnold stinks because
Probably.
breaking news: Baker Mayfield is officially the Carolina Panthers starter.
He deserves it.
And this is what I was going back to, Meranto. The Panthers play the Cleveland Browns week 1. As we know, Baker Mayfield, on a little roller coaster when he played for the Cleveland Browns. So speaking about the Panthers, let's bring up their schedule here. We will go over their win totals. Let's see what it's set at. Take your time. I'm getting logged in here. But yeah, like I mentioned, the Panthers are opening up the season against the Browns week 1 at home.
Which is scary because to think of, they started really well last season, surprisingly, with Darnold.
4-0.
Yeah.
He had 3 rushing touchdowns to start off.
Which
And he said, fuck it, I paid my dues.
he said the ghosts are coming back. I'm sorry.
He said, you know what? I got us off to a good start. Y'all figure it out.
I'm just not that guy anymore. I can't do it.
So we got the schedule pulled up. All right, beautiful. So their over/under win totals on the season is 6.5. The over is plus 105. You get some good value there, and the under is minus 125. So let me pull up their schedule on my phone. You ready to rock and roll here, Brennan?
Yeah.
Oh, I got so confused because I was looking at. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, fuck.
What are you doing?
You know what?
All right.
The schedule I sent you is not this year's schedule. Terrible hosting. That's on me, folks. So you can remove that from the screen.
That's all right. It's just gotta listen along anyways.
So I partially blame Google. Okay, so I
Oh.
punched it in on Google. I even got it pulled up here. I put in Panther schedule. First fucking picture. 2020 schedule.
What a
Is that the
bunch
one
of
that?
sellouts.
Is that what it says on there?
No, that was the 22 schedule you sent me.
Oh well, I got the wrong one. Pull it back up.
Yeah, it says 22 in the corner.
Sorry about it.
You weren't gonna say nothing. You were
So
just
you
gonna let
weren't
us-
wrong. Well, no, because you know what it is? You know what screws me up with football all the time is because is it the 22 season or is it the 22-23 season? So in my mind, I'm thinking 23 because, the Super Bowl being 23. So I was thinking that, it's last year's schedule. Then when you said 2020, I said, well, no, that's 2 years ago. Then that's
not
what
even
I was
close.
like. That's when I went and looked back at it. I was like, no, that's the right schedule. So when
And you know what?
you were fine.
I know I was because I played you guys. I was making sure you're on track here, okay?
Holy shit!
Yeah.
Well, you got us.
Damn it!
Just kidding. So we're back on schedule here. Yeah, because I was confused. I seen it said the Raiders week 1. I'm like, that's not right.
Holy shit!
So Panthers Browns week 1. You know what? I'm just gonna run through it like we normally do, okay?
Yeah.
And then we'll tally it up at the end. So as I'm going along here, you pick your wins and losses in your head, okay?
All right.
We got the Browns week 1, at the Giants week 2, at home against the Saints week 3, at home against the Cardinals week 4, at home against the Niners week 5, at the Rams week 6, at home against the Bucks week 7, at the Falcons week 8, at the Bengals week 9, at home against the Falcons week 10, at the Baltimore Ravens week 11, at home against the Broncos, let's ride, week 12. The bye week is the week 13, at Seattle week 14, at home against the Pittsburgh Steelers, and maybe at that point led by Kenny Pickett, but that's a different conversation, week 15. At home against the Detroit Lions, week 16. At Tampa Bay Buccaneers, week 17. And then to cap it off, they are at the New Orleans Saints, week 18. So as I went along there, what do you got, over 6.5 or under?
Under. I picked 5.
Oh, okay.
Count 5.
So let me see.
I feel like they'll win.
What's the
first
reason
game.
as I tally mine up? Go ahead.
They'll win the first game against the Browns because it's the Browns. The Giants lose. I don't know which game. Oh, I fucked it up.
Jeez
Yeah,
Louise.
no, my phone's glitching out. I think they'll win the Cardinals game just because they'll get
Sneak one in.
a weird win in there. they'll go 50-50 with the Falcons, and the Seahawks are gonna stink.
Really, there's some word coming out that a lot of people kind of like what they're doing.
Seahawks are gonna stink. Bottom 3 team.
Huh. So I'm going through here. I got them starting off 2-0. They're on a losing stretch up until week 8 against the Falcons. They'll beat them, so that's 3.
Yep.
Another little losing streak. I think they split with the Falcons. No, I got them sweeping Atlanta, so I'll give them 4. Lose. I'll have them beat the Seahawks. Oh, that game against Steelers, I think that'll be a good-ass game.
I don't.
I got them just under. I got them at 5.
Yeah. All right, we agree.
But I'll tell you what,
different games,
like
but-
I've mentioned it before when we're going over the divisions and everything, I really like their defense. They got something building
Panthers?
over there. Yeah, I mean, I'll tell you what. I mean, none of these games are going to be like, they're not going to get squashed or anything. Maybe 1 or 2 of them, a few of them. They're going to be competitive, man.
I think they'll be decent.
And how many times do we got to stress this out? If CMC can make it past week 6, they will be a good ball team.
I forget about him.
His knees might forget about him too, respectfully.
Yeah, he's, with all due respect, not to jinx it, he's one of those guys, he's always injured. Every damn season.
Brings his
Like
fantasy
him,
value
Barkley,
down.
and Cook. Can't get him. Can't.
You know what else you can't get, or Lamar can't get?
What?
Lamar's looking for guaranteed money, and the Ravens don't want to give it to him, man. Going to our next topic here.
Why not? He's a guy.
That's what I'm saying. Give him his money, man. Listen, can you say he's generational? Because I think so.
Yeah. He won MVP.
They're not.
Second season?
Yeah, they're not utilizing his arm enough. I'll say that.
Running team.
Let's see. Let him showcase his arm a little bit.
Athletic quarterback who can run.
Hey, he bulked up a little bit too, so he might be tossing it like 80 yards or something.
Also, receivers aren't really their best factor, though. But give him a chance.
Please
You
give him
gotta
a
give
chance.
him a chance.
So let's see if we could give them a chance with their win totals over and under.
Oh.
Switch it up, Meranto. Here we go. So we're up and rolling. We got the thumbs up. Their over and under is set at 10.5. You could get the over at plus 100 and then the under at minus 120. I think I know what I'm going ahead here, but let's break down the schedule and see if my thoughts will come into, what's the word? Fruition?
I think the first one.
Yeah, probably.
Sure.
Sorry, bud. We actually got the right schedule up on my phone, so
Okay.
we're off to a good
Okay.
start.
Yeah. Baby steps.
Week 1, Jets. Week 2, Dolphins. Week 3, Patriots. Week 4, Bills. Week 5, Bengals. Week 6, Giants. Week 7, which was the game Deshaun was supposed to come back to, but they pushed it back, as we just talked about, against the Browns. Week 8, Buccaneers. Week 9, Saints. Their bye week is Week 10. Week 11, Panthers, like we mentioned. Week 12, Jags. Week 13, Broncos. Week 14, Steelers. Week 15, Browns. Week 16, Falcons. Week 17, Steelers. And then to cap it off, the Bengals. So, going through that, what are you thinking?
I got 10.
10 on the dot, so you're going the under.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not really too many surprises with they're a decent team. Playoffs are kind of iffy because that division's kind of solid. I don't think they'll beat the Bengals. Well, first I'll say all their divisional games will be close games. That's just how that division is.
You're right. It's going to be competitive. I was tallying through there. I got them at 11. 11 or 12. So I got them over. I really do think
I could see a few close games where they could get the 12 just because of Justin Tucker. I
Right.
can see that.
I mean, that's what happened last year too.
And
Even
everyone
when-
wasn't even healthy.
No, that's what I'm saying. And if they get a full healthy team, healthy squad this year, they might go on a run. And I picked them as one of my dark horse Super Bowl teams.
I didn't. Respect.
Okay. I think we know that.
Hey, sorry.
Yeah, I think I got the Ravens might go on a run here. Like I said, if they utilize Lamar's arm, and he might have another MVP year. Who knows? Who's to say? Not me. What do I know?
I don't know. You know?
So speaking of shit we don't know about, we're on to week 3 of the preseason.
Here we go.
Bad hosting again on my end. I forgot to tally up what games we won and lost this previous week,
This guy
but
stinks.
week 2 ain't over yet. There is a game going on right now, which breaking out. I don't think we got to yet. Twitch might be dead.
What? Gone forever? Question mark?
Potentially, unless I start streaming like Red Dead Redemption on there or something.
Holy shit.
Y'all,
I want to be a cowboy,
fuck the old Driscolls.
but not on the Cowboys.
Not of Dallas, but yeah,
Nope.
Twitch might be dead. We were probably going YouTube straight forward. It's probably the next episode we were talking beforehand.
Yeah.
Probably going live on YouTube. So, breaking news. Forgot what I was getting to. Oh yeah, week 2. Week 2 is ending today. The Falcons are playing the Jets right now. The Falcons are up 3. I think the spread was at 2.5 on that.
I'm
So
picking Falcons.
I think I did too. But on to week 3 though. Looking ahead here. Final week of the preseason, huh?
Yeah.
Hey, we're getting there, boys. We're
Step
getting there.
closer.
We're itching. We're talking about it at the Trap Nerd Fantasy League the other day. I plan on talking about it more if Dylan's here because he's in that league as well. But we'll get to that next episode. We might even have Josh on. We'll see.
Oh,
But yeah, we're talking. Bro, it's so close. So, like we see the light at the end of the tunnel. Like football's going on, but it just ain't it, man. It's coming up real soon.
yeah.
Coming up real soon. We're just getting a taste of it right now. So we will go this Thursday night. They got the Packers at the Chiefs. The Packers are actually favored, -3. What are you thinking?
I'll go with the Packers.
Yeah, I'm rolling with the Packers
I've
too.
seen-
Jordan Love's been looking pretty good.
Yeah, I've seen a few throws, a few catches. They look all right.
I think the stat was there's been 9 total drops this whole preseason for Jordan Love. A few interceptions that weren't his fault, but let's carry on here.
Keep it
Yeah,
on.
rolling with the Packers. The 49ers will be at the Houston Texans. The Niners are favored at -3.5, but with the way Houston's been playing, I think I'm jumping on Houston. I've learned the past 2 times, and you've been with them this whole preseason.
Because it's all their starters, but also
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, basically.
because Trey Lance played this last week.
I don't think so.
Well, then Texans all the way.
I'm with you. And then we move to Friday. The Buffalo Bills are at the Carolina Panthers. And, wow, the Panthers actually favored 6 points.
No.
I'm going away from that. I might hop on that right now. I'm taking the Bills to cover the 6 points and probably even money line, dude. What are we doing? I mean, we've seen how they've been playing the past 2 games. Barkley,
Yeah.
Keenum had a pretty good game against the Broncos.
Their depth is insane. They got guys.
And that's what you need to win in the league right now, as we've seen the past couple years.
Yep.
Moving on, later that night, they got the Seahawks at the Dallas Cowboys. Seahawks are favored 3 points. I am taking, I'm going Seahawks.
Got to. Oh, their starters are out there too.
Hey,
Besides, like,
I don't know if I like this, man. We're on the same page so far.
besides DK and Lockett.
Chargers are at the Saints. Saints are favored -1.5. I'll go Saints. Why not?
I was gonna go Saints, but I'm gonna go Chargers.
Just for the simple fact to go opposite.
Yeah.
Patriots are taking on the Raiders. Raiders are favored at -1.5. I'm going.
That's gonna be a good game.
Yeah. Shit. I'm going New England. Brian Zappe's unstoppable.
I'll go with the Raiders.
Moving on to Saturday. Jaguars are at the Falcons. Falcons are favored at -1. I'm going with the Falcons.
I'm gonna go Jags just cause
Rams are at the Bengals. Bengals are favored -2.5. I will go Rams.
No, Bengals.
Eagles are at the Dolphins.
You know what?
Dolphins are. What's up, man?
Fly, Eagles, fly.
You don't even care about the number here?
No.
All right. Yeah, I'm with you. 2.5. Eagles cover 2.5 points. Then the Bears are at the Browns. Browns are favored -4.
Don't care.
I'm going with the
Bear dog.
Hey, if Fields is playing again, I'm going Bears. After we've seen them slaughter the Seahawks.
Gotta go Bears.
Cardinals are at the Titans. Titans are favored -3. And go ahead and apologize for what you said from the last episode.
For
Real
Malik
quick.
Willis, he's got an arm. All right, my bad.
Hey, self-awareness
be a
is
guy.
key. Self-awareness is key. Thanks for stepping up and putting the ego to the side. Appreciate you.
My bad.
I'm taking the Titans.
Yeah.
Moving on. Commanders at the Ravens. I don't care what the hell the number is. I'm going the Ravens. It's at 6.5.
No.
Oh.
No, I'm going with the Ravens.
All right. Yeah, I was about to say they're pretty. I think they're
Ain't no way.
21-0
Something.
past 21 games.
That's
Buccaneers are at the Colts. Colts are favored 5.5. And you know what?
Don't do it.
I'm going with my heart, man. We got to get at least one, right? Got to get one. You know what? Just keep Sam Ellinger the whole game. Let him play the whole fucking game because he hasn't been missing.
Well, I was going to say, since how they played last game, Colts. Yeah.
Appreciate that.
Yeah.
Vikings are at the Broncos. Vikings are favored 1.5. I will go Vikings after that slaughter the other day.
You know what?
Oh, no.
Guys got some chips on their shoulders. Let's ride. Let's ride.
Hey, the Battle of New Jersey. The Giants are at the Jets. The number is 1. The Giants are favored. I'll go Giants.
I'm going Bills 2. That's the Giants.
Bills 2.
That's a terrible game.
Yeah, it's not.
That's
good.
a bad game. That's just all. There's nothing on either of those teams, right?
Dude,
There-
preseason wise, yes, there's nothing.
That's not a good game any week, right?
That's just their normal teams out
That
there.
just
basically.
it's just
Yeah.
that's not a game that anybody wants to watch.
I'll say though, the Giants, Daniel, they've been looking okay this preseason. I'll say that.
They're just bad, and the Jets are worse. The Jets are always good. Are the Jets ever going to be good? Never.
I don't know. I don't think so.
No, that's a
I
game
hope
like
not.
just go walk your dog. Like if that game's on, go take your wife to dinner. Like,
Spend some time with the family.
Yeah, but-
take them spaghetti
No,
or
no,
something.
we don't need to watch this game. We're going to go out now because this is not a game anyone needs to watch.
But speaking of games that probably the opposite of that one, you need to watch this one. The Detroit Lions are playing the Pittsburgh Steelers. Steelers are
Hell of
favored
a game.
-3.5. Wow.
I'm conflicted, actually.
Me too, but the way Pickett's been playing and everything, I'm going Steelers.
You know what? Just because you're going Steelers, I'll go with the Lions.
I don't hate it, man.
They always got the chip on their shoulder.
I do not hate it at all. So,
Ew.
wrap it up here. Since preseason's wrapping up, right?
Oh.
Let's wrap up the show, man. So we'll check back and see how we did. Obviously, week 2 as well. I'll just tally them both up. How about
Yeah,
that? Because it's preseason. Who gives a shit?
We're just seeing if we could win a bet or whatever.
Whatever, shits and giggles, bragging
yeah,
rights.
yeah.
Speaking of bragging rights,
Just to warm up. Holy shit. What are you doing? Better put it down.
I believe it's been difficult to come up with the draft day. I believe we came up with September 30th. September 30th.
I thought it was the
Oh,
27th.
no.
That's not September.
Oh, August. My bad. No, that's me. That's me.
Is
My
it, we're
bad.
a little late to draft.
Mid-season draft, man.
Season draft.
Hey,
You
we
know,
know
I might even do good in that situation.
we
I
know
don't think
who's a
it's
guy.
available,
We
though.
know who's a guy and who's not a guy. But anywho, here it is. The Emerge Fantasy League trophy. It's staying here, boys. With all due respect,
It has to.
it's staying here.
It's got a little shelf over there. It's nice. It looks
Yeah,
good over
it's,
there in the corner.
Stay here. We'll put. I'm thinking we should get like an emerge sticker up here, and then maybe like the show's logo on the
There you
side.
go.
You know,
There you
so
go.
a little something.
Gotta get some stickers. There you go.
So we'll start printing
It
out
needs a
the.
spotlight. I gotta aim a light
Yeah,
at it.
that'd
It
be
needs to
awesome.
be glowing throughout the. I gotta get a light on
Yeah.
it. So
But yeah, we'll get the Tank Talk stickers printed out shortly. So that's coming up. What else we got coming up? Like I said, it's a big week, man.
It's busy.
It's a big fucking week. We need sponsors for the show. Someone's got to pay the rent around here. I mean, I got no money. It's all going to the house. You know,
Shit.
waiting on this big interview, see if I can get employed,
Praying.
get new employment. You know what I'm saying? So,
Just cross your fingers.
that
Hopefully
being
you get
said,
that.
maybe you could sponsor the draft or the league. You know.
Oh.
So head over to tankprod.com, head over to the Tank Talk tab, fill the form out if you're interested in sponsorship, sponsor the show, sponsor segments. We'll work with your budget, man.
Yeah.
Let's do business. Fill the form out, get it to me ASAP, because someone's got to pay the rent or else these beautiful lights will go out. What else? What
Damn
else?
shame.
Stay connected with us on our socials at TankTalk_pod on Twitter and Instagram. And we'll see him on YouTube, not Twitch, because Twitch is dead. RIP Twitch. So hopefully Dylan will join us then. We will see you next Monday.